Hey, you guys. Happy Saturday. So it's Saturday, and I promised that I would do my giveaway drawing for in celebration of 10,000 subscribers, which I think is pretty cool. And so I'm going to draw 10 names or comments from not the very last video I did, but the one before. So it was last Saturday. So it's been 7 days. And then I'm going to do some crafty stuff too. But I'm working on these journal covers. But I thought we would just get this done, get it out of the way. So what I'm going to give you, if you are one of the 10 lucky winners, is so I've got a bunch of the label stamps that were sent to me either as samples from Signet Stamps, or he also sent me some extras to use for giveaways and things like that. So, and they're different sort of like different models of the same type of stamp, right? So these are the rubber stamps that have the foam backing on them, where you can take off the paper and stick it onto something if you want to, like onto a wood block. So I've got like 4 of those. I think I have some other ones. And then these are the rubber stamps that don't have the foam backing. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just take the ones that I have and split them up into 10 packs. Okay, so it's going to be a surprise what size you get. There are a couple that I've used here and there, like maybe just to try it out or something like that. So 1 or 2 of you may get one that I've already used, but it's still a good stamp. And sorry, I didn't clean them super great, but I think it's probably like a archival ink or something like that. Anyway, so here's some more that have the backing on them, and then another set with backing. So I don't know why I kept using the same ones, but anyway, so I'm just going to split up what I have. You'll get 2 or 3 stamps. I haven't counted exactly how many I have, but I'll make the packs even, and I'll try to give you, I won't give you 2 of the same size. Right, so like you might get one long skinny one and then one rectangular one or whatever. So I guess they're all rectangular, but so it's going to be a surprise, and that's just the best I can do at this point with what I have, and to kind of spread the love as far as possible. So you'll get 2 or 3 stamps of the label stamps, and I will also include a coupon code for Signet Stamps in the package. Okay, so if you are one of the giveaway winners, you will also get access to that coupon code, and I don't remember how much it is, but it's like 10 or 15% off his entire shop. So or it might just be on the label stamps. I'll clarify that. Okay, so then paper, I thought it would be fun if I printed out some collages that I've scanned, that I've done and scanned, so you can, stamp on some of these. I don't have, well, actually, I do have one listing at my Etsy shop for some French ephemera, like collages that I did a long time ago. So if you look in my Etsy shop, you can find that. But these are different. These are different ones that I did, and these are not in my Etsy shop. So I will print off some more of these and send you, a few pages of that. It's just blank on the back. Okay. And then I'll give you a selection of ledger. So it may not be full sheets of ledger, but it'll be some with writing, including numbers and writing, and then some in English, some in French, and then I'll try to include some blank ledger also. Okay, so like this one has writing on one side, and then it's pretty much blank on the back. So you can decide which side you want to use, or a little bit of both. So just like an assortment of ledger pages and some of the collage pages. I may include some other papers also, kind of as a surprise, that I think would be really cool to use with the label stamps. So anyway, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're giving away. So I'm going to do this with the random comment picker, and I've already, let's see, yeah, I've already copied the I've already copied the URL to the video into into the app. Hang on just a second. Gotta clean my glasses. So I've already copied the URL to the video that I am asking for comments on, and then I asked you to include a keyword. It's actually 2 words, mass quantities. So I'm gonna add that as a filter, and it is not case sensitive. Okay, so that's our hashtag. And then let's see, filter duplicates. So we don't want duplicates. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's hope this thing works, okay? So then it's going to retrieve, whoops, hold on. Whoops, I got to go grab the URL again. Just a minute. Just a minute. I think it timed out. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. So there's 93 unique comments that include the keywords that I asked for. So I'm basically just going to do this 10 times, and hopefully that'll work. So what I'll ask you to do then, if it comes up with your comment, if I get 2 of the same person, well, it shouldn't do that, but if by chance that does happen, then we'll just do another one. But I'll put my email address in the description on this video, so when you're done, when you if you see your name, then just send me an email to that email address. Don't message me on Etsy, or don't leave it in the comments on this video. Only send it in an email with giveaway winner in the subject line. And then I need your full mailing address, your full name, your like real actual name, and your mailing address. You can add your phone number if you want to. I mean, I don't think I would really need it, but no, don't add your phone number. Anyway, okay, so let's go. Let's see how this thing works. So start. All right. So first one is Pam Musselman. Whoops. Congratulations, Pam. Okay. Pick another winner. This thing's kind of cool, actually. Okay, and Marilyn Cordell. Congratulations, Marilyn. Okay, pick another winner. All right, and Sally Tan. One more. And Lucy Fanning. Okay, can you guys see this okay? Okay. And Katrina Johnston. And oh, by the way, I didn't say this before, but it's okay if you're outside the United States. Oh my gosh, my phone's dying. We better hurry up. Okay, and Joe Bennett. Congratulations. And Linda Cockrum. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 3 more. Okay, Canned Mom. Canned Mom. Well, I'm glad you commented. I was just reading her comment. She said she doesn't usually comment, but okay. And Shrell Kaufman. Let me double count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, one more. Last one. Okay, and Willow Cartwright. Woohoo! Okay, that was fun, right? That was super fun. Okay, I like that thing. All right. So like I said, I will put my email address in the description on this video. Send me your name and address, and I will get these sent out to you next week. Okay. So, I've been working on all of these covers. Okay. So doing these kind of like thinner books, and, creating a little bit thicker spines on them. So this is sort of like part 2 to my last video. And I had at least one person ask why I would, do that. And I guess, my biggest reason is that a lot of times I like the spines of these books. And I just think it's cool to expand, to make the spine a little bit thicker without actually detaching the spine from the book entirely. Like, I mean, you have to at the back side, but I just think it looks neat where, if you have like a strip of lace or some fabric or something. I've seen lots of people make journals like that, and I just think it looks really neat. So I'm going to add some stitching with my sewing machine also. So I've been working on these. I've got some shorthand books. So see how skinny the shorthand books are? And I don't know. I just think it's cool to kind of preserve it as much as it was before, as much as possible, and without having to make it into a ring-bound journal, because I'm just going to say it. I hate making ring-bound journals. I just do. I make them because I know there's some people that love them, and I can handle doing it every once in a while. But anyway, I don't know what it is. It's just, I have a hard time getting into it. So anyway, so I've been working on these. I've got quite a few already sort of expanded, Oh, so some of them, when the spine was just in too terrible of a condition to salvage it, basically I just cut it off of the front and the back, and then I just glued it back onto the edge of the, onto the spine like that. Okay. So we'll just, I'm just trying to preserve it as much as I can. So I've got quite a few covers already done. And yeah, there was a couple other ones that I did that with. So with this little Child's Garden of Verses, I did that. And so once I get these put together with the paper, I just like to sort of wiggle them and make sure that they're all nice and sturdy and that the covers bend nicely. I did this one, the spelling book. So I'm going to be covering this part with some lace or some fabric or something like that. And then this little primer. I actually have another one of these too. So I've got two of those. Oh, this one's different. This is the primer and this one is book 1. So this would be like first grade or kindergarten or something. And then this would be like first grade, I guess. Anyway, so I've got a couple of those. A bunch more that I'm going to do. I just thought it would be good to just get them all done. So these are all other covers that I want to do the same thing with. So see how skinny some of these spines are? So I'm going to be expanding those. And so I've got my chipboard already cut out to use in these, just cut to length, and they're all 1.5 inches wide. So, and then I've got to finish up these also. So here's my chipboard for those. But I just thought I would really quickly kind of show you what my plan is to sort of finish prepping these covers, because on the last video I wasn't really sure exactly what I was going to do. And so yeah, so I said I would make those decisions and then come back and let you guys know. So basically what I want to do is I want to cover this part of the spine just up to where the spine from the original book is. Okay. So pulled out some fabric stuff. I haven't been working with any fabric stuff for quite a while, but I have so much of this kind of stuff. I thought, okay, I better use some of it. So I have this little box, and you guys have probably remember seeing these from previous videos, with these little hexagons that are cut out for a quilt. And so I thought it would be kind of cool to just glue these onto the back part of the cover, but I want them to kind of wrap around. So I think what I might do, see, I don't want the fabric to prevent the cover from bending. So I have to play with this maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do with that, with those. Sometimes what I do with these is I've made like fabric washi with these little pieces, but I can't stitch through that tape with my sewing machine. So I don't really think I'm going to do that. I honestly, since I am going to be machine stitching on these spines, I think I can get away with just using like my glue stick to attach my fabric on here, because it's going to be stitched on anyway, and the fabric isn't going to really be providing you know, a lot of strength to the spine. It's already got its, you know, structural integrity. So anyway, so either that, or I could just do some little strips. So I think I might just do let's just try this one like that, and just add some little strips. And I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna do it with the glue stick. I bought this other glue, to try it out, and I thought maybe we could do a couple with that. You know what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna just do that and then use the bone folder to kind of push the fabric into that fold, and that way it'll still be flexible. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me see if I can find another, just a little. Okay, I'm in love with these things, so let's see. There's one. I'll show you guys that glue that I'm talking about. I tried it on one piece, but I haven't actually used it on one of these spines yet, so. Just kind of wiping off the excess glue. There we go. Yeah, I think this is going to be nice, and this will be so easy, you know? And then when I stitch it with the sewing machine, you know, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so that's basically what I want to do on the outside of the covers. And then on the inside, I don't know. I really just almost just like the paper by itself, but you know, I don't know. I want to keep these images on this particular cover because I think they look really cool on there. But I think what I might do is just, I know a lot of you guys are not going to have this, but this is that old bandage. So you could use, this is just like a gauze bandage. So you could totally just use cheesecloth. And again, I'm just using my glue stick because, like I said, I'm going to be stitching this. So I'm just going to fold this edge over a little bit and tuck it right there. And then this one, just tuck it like that. Yeah. And then I want to make sure and push this into that crease. There we go. So I can just cover the whole, you know, inside part of the spine just using this old bandage, or just like some cheesecloth. This is actually a roll of gauze bandage also that I use for the same thing. Or I could also do just some kind of thinner piece of fabric, you know. Let's see. Where did I do that? Hold on, hold the phone. Just tearing these. I actually kind of like that. I'm not trying to draw a lot of attention to this center spine. I'm going to put another layer of this gauze on here. I'm not going to worry about tucking it under. So on the back part of the cover, I don't actually have the paper tucked in, if you know what I mean. Like I only have it tucked in on the back because that's how it matches up with this other indentation that's on the front. I hope that makes sense. But on the front part of the cover, since that's where the cover is still attached to the spine, okay, I wanted the paper that I added on the inside of the cover to actually adhere to this fabric that's on the outside. I wanted that paper to stick into this groove, you know. So I did press the paper in to that groove on the inside, but I did not on the back side. Okay, so it's like smooth on this side, but there's a groove on that side. Does that make sense? So that, you know, I can still have that groove showing on the front of my book, and then I created a new one on the back. But I didn't want to press this down too much because I wanted to make sure that I got that groove. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, so I want to try this other glue. I don't know if any of you guys have used this, but it's called Mender, and it's instant fabric and leather adhesive. I've never used it before. Nobody recommended it to me. I just saw it and I thought I'd like to try it. So I did actually use it on a small little sample, and it's kind of cool in a way. It's like, I got it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to try it. It's very liquidy. It's more liquidy than the art glitter glue is. But it does stick really fast, and it's almost like rubber cement, but not really, you know. It's kind of cool. So anyway, I'm just gonna use it to glue down this piece of fabric on the inside of this cover, because I want to see how much it, like, if it'll come through the fabric or whatever. And I'm trying to not use too much of it, but see how liquidy it is? It's like really, use a little bit extra on the top and bottom. Let's see how much it smushes through the fabric. It did just a little bit right there. It's really weird because, like, if it gets on your fingers, you can just rub it right off. And like anything that oozes out, you can literally just, you can kind of just rub it off. It's kind of weird. It's interesting glue. Anyway, but it's supposed to be flexible too. And I thought, you know, it would be nice to use for like gluing down laces and things like that. And it is actually cheaper than Fabri-Tac. And I just went ahead and got the 16-ounce bottle because, you know, it was just a better value. So, but there is an 8-ounce size too, and I think there's even a 2-ounce. So if you just want to try it, like, just get the 2-ounce one. And then I got these little bottles because I have not been able to find, yeah, you can see that you can see the glue coming through. So I'm going to see how this looks after it dries. But it's actually stuck pretty well. It's sticking to the gauze, but if I lift this up, it's pulling the gauze up because I only use glue stick to glue the gauze down. You know what I mean? But it is sticking to the gauze really well. So let's just see how that dries. I'm not going to use it on any more yet. I just want to see what it turns out like, and I'll let you guys know. But anyway, it's kind of fun glue, and I definitely want to try it on things like lace, where, you know, you just want little tiny pieces to glue down, you know. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to piece together little strips of fabric along these spines here, and then a thin piece of fabric on the inside, or I'll just use some of this gauze or some cheesecloth, you know, just because I don't want to bulk this out too much on the inside. I still want to be able to have my 1.5 inches of space inside here to fill it up with other goodies, you know. So I just want to, you know, add one little layer of some kind of thin fabric on the inside. It doesn't really work to use like one super long strip to glue on the inside and then wrap around the back, because then I would be covering this, which defeats the whole purpose, right? So anyway, so that's what I think is going to work. And they don't have to be perfectly straight either. Like I could use, you know, just little pieces. And where's my glue stick? And some of you guys might not want to use a glue stick to do this because you're not going to be stitching it with your sewing machine. So if that's the case and you're, you know, kind of working along with me and doing something similar to what I'm doing, you know, then I would definitely use either the pH neutral PVA or your Fabri-Tac or even Aleene's tacky glue, something like that. You know, I've had this yellow. This is really old fabric from a quilt. And it's just like really, it's super like threadbare, you know, but it's really neat. I mean, it's so fragile that you can literally just tear it with your fingers. You don't even have to cut any of it. That, and then let's see. So this will be kind of fun to just piece these together. And I might also add some lace, some little like strips of lace on some of these too. Let's see. Let's see how that looks. Hold the phone. Okay. So I'm going to try that glue with a little bit of lace and see how it works. See if I can find something I like. Oh, I got to push this down. Got to push that fabric into that groove so I don't lose the flexibility of my spine. So if I just glued this straight across and like straddled that groove right there and then stitched it down, I wouldn't be able to bend this spine, you know. So you got to remember that. It's important. Okay. Let's see. I don't like it. I'm super weird about laces lately. Let's see. Yeah, like that. I think I like that better. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So I'm just going to use this. This is the Mender glue. So I'm just going to put little dots down that spine and see how well it holds. Let's see. Hmm. Oh yeah, it is actually grabbing. Hmm. That's pretty cool, and I can't see it coming through the lace either. I mean, I did have to kind of give it a second to grab because it says it sets in like 3 minutes. Yeah, bonds in 3 minutes. So it says it's waterproof, permanent, quick drying, flexible, UV resistant, and acid free. Huh. Dries in 3. Press the 2 surfaces together and allow to dry. Dries in 3 minutes. Machine washable in 15 minutes. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so I mean, it is holding pretty well. It's holding that lace onto there really nicely. So, I mean, I don't want to pull too hard because I've only got this fabric glued down with my glue stick, you know. But yeah, it works nice. I like that. I mean, you saw I just used little tiny dots, and it's holding that lace pretty nicely. I'll have to use it on some other stuff where I'm not going to be stitching over it, you know, just to see how permanent it is. It also depends on how clean the surface is that you're gluing to. Like, I mean, if there's dust and grime on something that you're trying to get glue to stick to, it doesn't stick as well. But I don't know. I think this actually winds up being about half the cost of Fabri-Tac. So I don't know. I mean, anyway. So, okay, so that's how these are going to turn out, basically. And then I'm going to do some like zigzag stitching and stuff on there, but that'll be in a different video. So let's see how this is looking. I don't know if I really like how it's working on here because it did kind of come through. But you know what's weird? I'm rubbing this and it's almost like disappearing on the surface of the fabric. See? It's like I'm rubbing it and it's kind of like disappearing. It's weird. Anyway, new glue. I love glue. I love playing with glue. So I don't think this is going to be terrible to use on the spines of these because, you know, you're not going to really see that fabric all that much anyway with that, you know, with the signatures bound in and everything. So anyway, so I might add a little strip of lace on to the edge of this or not. I might not. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I sort of like it with just the fabric, to be honest. That's just me. And I have a lot of these to do, so we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I will show you guys stitching these on the sewing machine next time in the next video. I want to finish putting the rest of these together and then adding some fabric and stuff on the spines where I'm going to do that. And yeah, and I'm going to get them all kind of to this point, and then we'll do a video with the stitching, and then we'll see what else we want to do on these. Okay guys, so that's going to do it. And don't forget, check the description for my email address if you are one of the winners. And thank you guys, every single one of you, even if you know, I'm sorry that I couldn't, you know, send something to every single one of you. I wish I could. But hopefully, you know, you'll just keep watching my videos and that's good enough for you. So anyway, I love you guys. Okay, bye for now.